There's all this talk currently about the ills of capitalism, and capitalism does have ills. Everything in the world does, and human beings are part of the world, and so anything they create has ills. But they keep saying it's an unequal distribution of income. There's all these poor people that are left out, and that's just so horrible. And it's because of capitalism, and it's not. It's because they're stupid. There are retarded people, and then there are people that are almost retarded, and then there are people that are emotionally just fucking ripped into shreds by life, and they can't help it. None of these people can help that, but they can't function in a capitalist society to get what they need. They can't function in any type of society. The only other thing that could happen is if you took money from everybody else and gave it to them. And you had this idea that I am my brother's keeper. Well, everybody doesn't have that idea, and if you do have that idea, it'll weight you down and make everything stagnant, and you won't. It's not a good idea. And you can look at socialism and see that it's stagnant, that everything is created over here in the energy of capitalism, and I'm going to get what I want. And yes, there are things that happen in the world that are terrible, but I'm going to go on and do something good for myself anyway. And if we start looking at what really has happened to capitalism, the real problem is that the people at the very top have bitten the hand that feeds them. They have, America is the capitalist mecca, and they have shipped all of the manufacturing jobs out to other countries because it's cheaper, because all they care about is money, and instead they need to realize that that is one aspect of their life, but their community and their larger community, which is their country, is also something that's valuable to keep their whole system alive. They need the manufacturing here so the people who are smart enough to make stuff can do things that are productive. They need to try to make products that are good for there's so much. Once they realize that they have a social conscience, then they can infuse that into capitalism, and it's not the social consciousness that everybody's talking about, where all the poor need to be taken care of no matter the fact that they can't even function. But no, you need to take care of your community. You need to take care of the people who can do stuff in the area that you live. It's like cleaning up your house so it doesn't have roaches and get infested. You need to do the work locally to build things up. And that's, what Apple's not doing by creating computers in America and sending all the jobs to China. It's tearing its own house apart. And that's the social conscience that business needs. They don't need to, be out there doing political things, not selling certain products. They need to not sell certain products if they don't believe that they're good for the community, but not because it's just a political thing to do, not making advertisements about interracial marriage when they don't really care about that. They need to look at what they are doing, how they create jobs that are good jobs for people, try to create a good product. That is their social conscience. And if they infuse that into the capitalist model of go out there and get, do anything I can do, they'll do wonderful, wonderful things.